about pain tolerance with women, right? And sometimes it's like, and that's not to say it's so hard to like disseminate within yourself, like what your pain tolerance is. I was cramping. I didn't feel great. And then it kept progressing because then I said, I think you should get in the shower. So he was in the shower. And then when he got out of the shower, I think my water broke because my water broke right on the carpet. The water definitely broke. It's just so funny. Like all of these like crazy things, like it's so funny. Like now that I'm talking about this, I'm like remembering all of these things. And so it was a really sunny, beautiful summer day. And I remember being in the bathroom then, and I was like, I cannot leave the toilet. Like I was like things started to get very real very quickly. And I think I didn't fully grasp, looking back on it, I don't think I fully grasped what birth was going to be like. You kind of lose yourself. I mean, you don't kind of, I mean, you do, you're in your own world. And, you know, my first signs of labor were pretty textbook as far as how quickly everything came together. You know, I started having contractions, you know, then I had my show, then my water broke, and there was like, everything kind of happened so quickly that I was like, like call Maisha. Like it was, you were like, and then you like appeared. And I remember you appearing and like being like, oh God, okay. And that like next section of time was just nuts.
Yep.
And the feeling of it all was really nuts.
Yeah.
I remember you at one point saying, "This is a bad design."
I said that?
Yeah. So hilarious.
What did I mean? This is a bad design.
Like how hard it is to get the baby out. Yeah, like we've seen it, or you haven't, but for those that have seen it and you see a baby's head come out of a vagina, you're like, my vagina doesn't do that.
Yeah. First of all, like I have such a clear memory of coming into the hospital, and that how you advocated for me and John was like, whoa. Like, and I remember kind of sitting back and being like, I was taken out of it for a minute. And I was like, whoa, like she knows her stuff. I was like, whoa, okay, Maisha.
I've also been to that hospital like a million times too. So
yeah, but you're right. So the OB that was subbing in for my OB was a high risk doctor. And I actually, at the end, like she kept pushing me back. And I remember, it's so funny, I would have done things like differently, because I remember you saying, how do you want to sit? Like you were so conscious of the dynamics in the room. And that says a lot about your experience, right? At that time, like just how, I mean, that was 9.5 years ago. I can't even imagine now, but how experienced you were to see how you navigated those dynamics. But looking back on it, I would have just told her, like, I need to be up on all fours, or I need to be up. Like I remember, because you're in such a vulnerable position and in space. That wasn't my favorite moment of that.
I mean, not to take what it was for me, but it was hard for me. I was so annoyed because you were doing great, right? You were doing amazing, obviously, and it was all fine. Everything was fine. And then she was saying, it's against the laws of physics to give birth to a baby upright like that. I've seen it. I've done it. I majored in physics. Like,
I
that-
don't even remember her saying that.
yeah, she says it's against the laws of physics. It's impossible to give birth in that. I gave birth in that position 2 times. I've seen many women give birth in that position. I know it is literally possible and has nothing to do with the laws of physics, but